Do you know what is a very bad idea? Stealing something from a hacker. Some time ago, a thief stole the laptop of a hacker known as Zaz. Nevertheless, he was able to connect to his computer remotely. As a result, he not only got the thief's name and address, but also found a bunch of personal photos, including naked pictures of the criminal's girlfriend. Anyway, you probably can imagine how this story ends. But it's not all laughs. The number of cyber attacks is increasing every year, and anyone can become a victim. Your parents, your friends, your colleagues, and even you. But what if? What if the coolest hackers started working with the law? A team made up of superheroes and supervillains could be the perfect solution to save the world, or at least one particular person, or hundreds of people. In today's video, you'll learn how hackers can ruin your life, kill you, or become your only hope. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's go! This is Nathalie St. Louis from Canada. Her father, Robert St. Louis, went missing on June 14, 1988. That night, he just left home with no wallet or car keys and disappeared. It's like he dissolved into thin air. For 30 years, Natalie tried to find him, but the police just didn't have enough resources. The woman had to do everything on her own, and we don't even want to think about how hard that was for her. But one day, her best friend told her about some hackers.
One night, my best friend called me and said, "Hey, Natalie, did you heard about Trace Lab? They look for a missing person. It's hackers." I said, "What?"
More exactly, the hackers from Trace Labs, who devote their lives to searching for missing people. This may come as a surprise to you, but not all hackers are bad guys who infiltrate the Pentagon's base or sell personal celebrity photos for fun. Some are different. Some hackers are contacted by the authorities who are willing to pay huge amounts of money for their services. In 2016, the FBI paid hackers more than $1 million in order to get access to the information inside a dangerous criminal's iPhone. More exactly, the hackers got paid for information about a security vulnerability. The data was used by the FBI to create a device that could hack into the iPhone without allowing its security system to erase the data, and everyone was happy. Even before that, in 2007, the Philippine government decided to ask hackers for help. They needed to assess the reliability of the electronic voting systems. It's a pretty good idea. If you're afraid that someone will crack something important, you can pay hackers to find all the vulnerabilities beforehand. But let's talk more about Trace Labs. Unlike other hackers who want a lot of money for their work, these people work for free, and they look for missing people, just for fun. For them, it's like a hobby or even a game. In fact, this nonprofit organization holds competitions to collect information to solve cases on missing persons. The rules are simple. Illegal hacking is prohibited, you can use publicly available information, and the results of the investigation must be given to the police. And all this really works. For example, a Trace Labs member spent several hours watching videos on YouTube. Eventually, he found a video of a missing person getting into a car. Using the number on the license plate, the police established the address of the criminal, and the missing person was found safe and sound.
All right.
Imagine how thrilled their relatives were. Trace Labs consists of computer enthusiasts, information security professionals, first responders, hackers, and private investigators. This is what they write about themselves on their official website. We are your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your neighbor, your friend, and a stranger. We are everywhere, and we are nowhere. We work in the dark to serve the light. We are assassins. Oops, that's not from here. Anyone can join Trace Labs as a volunteer, and after hearing all this, you're probably thinking about it too. Besides, looking for missing people is a really good thing. Unlike hacking pacemakers, wait, what? Yeah, bad boys can not only break your heart, they can also hack it. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security has warned that hackers can easily gain access to heart defibrillators. Nevertheless, there hasn't been a single case yet. Apart from that story with Lucky Quinn, but that doesn't count.
Quinn's dead.
On the other hand, could someone tell the difference between a normal heart attack and one caused by a hacker? Will doctors be able to tell if the heart stopped because of a malfunction or if it was forced to stop? When you think about it, you start to worry. Dick Cheney, a well-known politician and former vice president of the United States, took this threat to heart, so to speak. He believed terrorists would want to hack his heart, so he turned off the wireless connection on his pacemaker.
Well, I was aware of the danger.
In theory, a skilled hacker could hack you to death, not only from the inside, but also from the outside. For example, by making your car drive into a wall at full speed, the engine, the brakes, the car's safety system, a capable criminal hacker can gain access to almost anything. Of course, it's unlikely that they'll get access to your grandpa's old tractor, but many modern cars are definitely at risk. I wonder what all these hackers think about each other. While some are capable of killing a person, others do everything to help people. Maybe they should be cosplaying the fights from Gangs of New York. Maybe it's because the good guys always have something to do. For example, they look for missing people, including the father of Natalie St. Louis, who disappeared 30 years ago. Despite all the efforts, so far the hackers have not been able to find any new information about him, but they don't plan to stop. You can find information about him as well as many other people on the website of Trace Labs, and anyone can join the search. It may seem like it isn't much, but Natalie admits that the mere fact that different people are helping her for no reason is incredibly moving, and she plans to look for her father for as long as it takes. She's not going to stop.
I don't think I'm gonna stop looking for him. I will never stop.
However, Trace Labs is not the only organization looking for missing people. The Charlie Project is one of the largest and most detailed online databases of missing persons in the USA, and it's run by, nope, not a cool hacker or some retired cop. Meet Megan Good, the founder and sole researcher of the project. Megan has an autism spectrum disorder that forced her to drop out of school, but she's an expert on information gathering. She first became interested in missing person cases when she was about 12. By the age of 19, she'd already founded the Charlie Project, and she's still working on it, although she's already celebrated her 30th birthday. Megan believes that her personal mission is to remind the world of the existence of missing people because they do not deserve to be forgotten. The information that Megan Good gathers helps digital detectives look for missing people. Several cases have already been solved thanks to Megan. Also, the project gives hope to the families of the victims. After all, sometimes it's really important to know that someone cares about your loved ones. The Charlie Project also works as a memorial or a monument to thousands of missing people. Despite the tremendous help that hackers and digital detectives can offer, most hackers, let's just say they do the exact opposite and destroy society. Okay, some of them hack things just for fun, or because they can. So in 2011, an unidentified guy hacked some billboards on Times Square. He gained access to them and played some videos from his iPhone.
So what we're filming on the iPhone right now, I'm gonna put on one of these screens. I'm gonna give you a demonstration of how this works.
Nothing disturbing, just a couple of transmitters that can intercept the signal, and instead of advertising, you're already looking at some weird dude. And he makes vertical videos. Not for TikTok, he's a criminal, that's for sure, so what's the point? Well, ask yourself this question. If you had a chance to display a video in Times Square, would you use it? After all, no one lost any money, but Romanian hackers act in a very different way. Well, not only Romanian hackers, but their story is incredible. It's in fact a whole phenomenon. You've probably never heard of a town called Râmnicu Vălția. Just under 100,000 people live in this place, just a couple hours away from Bucharest. It was built in the 14th or 15th century, so tourists like to visit this place occasionally, but usually nothing else happens here. And at the same time, Râmnicu Vălția is considered a cybercrime center. It's even known as Hackerville, or the most dangerous town on the internet. Because many hackers live here, it's hard to make money in the city in another way. And if you don't go somewhere else to make money, you only have two options: poverty or cybercrime. Although Râmnicu Vălția scammers aren't always cool hackers, hacking into corporations or fooling the CIA, but sometimes they get big orders from companies that make tens of thousands of dollars or euros. Nevertheless, most hackers here are small-scale criminals. They simply know how to hack credit cards, or they send bricks instead of smartphones to customers on eBay, or create skimmers that take credit card information from an ATM. Despite being a poor city, there are many sports cars, and their owners are very young people, young but ambitious. Sometimes they create organized groups, sometimes they act on their own, and sometimes they do serious harm. For example, in 2016, cybercrime cost the U.S. economy more than $50 billion. Not all that money was stolen by hackers from Râmnicu Vălția, but they definitely played an important part. Who knows? Maybe right now, some Romanian cybercriminal is trying to gain access to your Google account. Better check your password after watching our video, just in case. We live in a digital age, and every year we depend more and more on computers. Criminals can use even the smallest amount of information and steal all your money in a matter of seconds. Hopefully, there will be more hackers willing to help people, and people will learn how to be more careful on the internet. Don't believe everything you see online, but remember to give a like to this video. You can also subscribe to our channel and click on the bell. In return, you'll receive only high-quality content.